Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Michelle and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. I am 55 and I'm a licensed lash and makeup artist. I'm a retired elementary school teacher, so I'm just doing this for fun. I always used to joke and say, I think I'm going to go to beauty school when I retire. I've done kind of part of the way, might do the rest soon. Today I have some treasures for you. I have the new Nars, the matte, the natural matte Longwear foundation, but I'm going to pair that with something else that makes it not as drying. I have combo skin, so if you want to see how I made this work and some other goodies that I have for you, then hang with me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use my Bioré Watery Essence, and I'm going to compare the Japanese version today and the American version just to show you. Okay, this is the Japanese version. You can see how nice and watery it is. Going to go ahead and not waste that. And here is the American version. You can see it's just a totally different consistency. And you know, if I keep rubbing, I can shear it out, but it's just not the same. However, I'm going to use both of them. They're both SPF 50. I'm not going to waste anything here. I do prefer the Japanese version, and I get that from either Yesstyle or Stylvanna. You know, you've got the right one when you can't read a thing on the label. I'm just kidding, I can read. Bioré UV Watery Essence SPS 50 plus, PA 4 pluses, but then on the back it's all Japanese. And the American version, you know, you have readable English words. Of course, the others are readable too if you can read Japanese. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Hawaiian Tropic 60 plus stick under my eyes as a under eye primer here. And I think today I'll just use a stick concealer as my eye primer. This one is by Almay. And the shade I am using is 120 Light. An eyeshadow palette that I got at Walmart is by Almay. This one's called Shadow Trios, and this one's in Coppery Blaze. But I think it's because of the middle color. This one down here is what caught my eye though. It is kind of like an olive green, which I love. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy 26 and I'm gonna attempt to use this top color. I think it has a little bit of a sheen though, so this might not be a great idea. I usually like to go in with a matte, so I'll just do it very lightly. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I saw some makeup artist the other day, I think her name is Erica Taylor, talking about how you shouldn't go in with a chalky all over color at the beginning. But let me tell you what, if I don't, then whatever color I go in with first ends up patchy on top of that moisturizing concealer. So I still like to go in and put down a base pale color. And then I feel like any powders I add on top of that just blend so much better. Okay, now I am going to go in with this brown color that does have a few flecks of something in there, very lightly. And I have to remind myself, do not raise your eyebrows. When I do, and then I go in here, and then I relax, then you can't see my color. So I'm trying to go up higher on the brow bone these days. I think that same gal was also making fun of doing the outer V, but you know, why not? If this is the shape that you like, why not? I say do whatever makes you feel comfortable and whatever you end up liking the results of. I don't like watching content where they make you feel stupid for doing something a certain way. I'm just here to remind you that you're beautiful and you can do your makeup however you want to. All right, now I'm going to first take that fun color under my lash line, I think. See how it goes. This is the number 16. Just a tiny smudger brush. This doesn't have a bunch of kick up, so that's nice. I can really dig in and not worry about it flying everywhere. Okay, now I'm gonna put this right above the lash line as well. Just over the mobile lid. Okay, I think I do want to put the brown underneath as well. I'll use my flat number 45. I think I'll clean up my edges a little bit. I think I'll take my Half Magic Glitter Puck. Mine is in Cyber Diamond. Has a little sponge in the top to keep it all packed in there. I'm just going to tap in the center. My oldest daughter and her little girl, who is 4, had a girls' little slumber party just for the 2 of them last night. And my daughter posted a picture to show me that the slumber party is not a slumber party without some glitter. And so my little 4-year-old girl loves glitter, and I think it's great. My other little granddaughter, who is almost 2, she's more of a real worms and rubber snakes kind of girl. And I love that too. Okay. Off of the IPSY store, I'm really enjoying it. They really have some good buys. I got this Danessa Myricks. It's the Yummy Skin Glow Serum, and I got it in bronze. They have it in just a lighter glow as well. It's just a liquid bronzer. And that has a nice feel and a nice scent. I'm going to do a little bit of concealer now. And I love this Revlon Flex Wear. My color is vanilla. On the Walmart website right now, it's $6 something. And I think on Amazon, it's like $7.98. It's one of my favorites. I put it right up there with the Natasha Denona. And I'm going to use my KVD number 35, just a soft kitten paw. And I've seen other YouTubers kind of make fun of us for swiping underneath, but that must mean that they don't have any really deep wrinkles yet, because one of the things you need to do before you set it down is to swipe along the wrinkles and get the excess off. So feel free to swipe if you wanna. I'm gonna show you some really good brush wipes I have found. These are by Real Techniques. Thought I had it upside down, and I got mine for $1 on clearance at TJ Maxx. And they work really well, especially for your cream product brushes. It really helps keep those not from getting buildup on them, so they're easier to clean when you do shampoo them. Gonna go in with my LA Colors lip stain. Today's scent is Strawberry Star. These are pH reactive, but they're not like over the top bright pink. They're very subtle, so I love to use them just to condition my lips while I'm putting on the rest of my makeup, and I'll eventually wipe this off and put on whatever I'm going to wear on my lips that day. For my brows today, I'm going to use my Clairol Root Touch Up. And this is just a little angled brush and spoolie that I got at Dollar General. It's by Studio Collection, I think. And my Clairol Root Touch Up. I'm pretty sure this one's in medium brown. I don't see it on the package. Brow done. Brow not done. I may have come down a little bit too far. Going to use some Wet n Wild Mega Stay Brow Gel. This is just in clear. And I'm going to go in with this CoverGirl Mattifying Oil-Free Moisturizer. It kind of acts as a really good primer for the T-zone. And I got mine at a salvage store for like $3.49. So let that be drying down. And I'm going to use my Big Flutter mascara. This is by Sephora, and it came in one of my IPSY boxes. It is waterproof. The brush is kind of unique. The end is not small, however, it really gives nice length. And it's not too difficult to get off. I just like to use a cotton pad and some micellar water that's specifically for getting off waterproof makeup. And of course I have on my God Venus Lash Sectionals C-Curl short set and my Kiss Super Stick up to 5-day wear glue. Here's what the lash sectionals look like. And so I do take off my eyeshadow and then just clean very close to the lash line. Sometimes I have to replace a sectional here or there, but I can usually get a good 4 to 5 days wear, which is very nice to not have to do that upper mascara, because my upper lashes are very difficult and I would spend lots of time trying to get them to show up. And I'm going to use a little bit of this Marie Claire. It's just a liquid liner. Sometimes you might get some space in between your sectionals, and if you'll just go in there with a little liquid liner, that fixes the problem. You can't even tell it. And so this type of glue, it's nice and sticky, but after 5 days, they come off really easily. I have never pulled any of my own lashes out, in removing them. Okay, the Marie Claire was getting a little bit dry, so this is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This one's brown. My nose runs constantly. I went to an ENT who pretty much just told me to blow my nose, that nothing was structurally wrong. He gave me some nasal spray that was supposed to dry me up, and it didn't. This hasn't been like this all of my life, just within like the last 3 years. And so then I decided to see an allergist, and they did the testing, and I'm not allergic to anything. So the last thing I can do is to have the nerve. There's a nerve way up there that is in charge of stimulating the cells that make your mucous membranes produce. And so I'm going to get that zapped at the end of May, and I'm actually really excited about it. I'm tired of just dripping like a water faucet all the time. So if you're in the same boat, there is hope. All right, now for my base today. I'm going to do a combination. Since I have combo skin, I have noticed that it just works better if I do something around the perimeter and something else for my T-zone. So I'm going to use the new Nars Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. This one's in shade Vienna, and I may have to alter that just a little bit. And to do that, I always like to add some kind of purple, violet, lavender. And so I have this also by Nars. It is one of their liquid blushes, and it is in the shade Wanderlust. I'll let you see what it looks like. So a nice lavender shade, and it's not too light. Sometimes if the lavender's too light, it doesn't do enough good. But then if it's too dark, like MAC has a color corrector. Let's see if I can find it. This one is too dark, and it totally darkens the color. of your foundation. I just want it to pull more pink, more cool. So here's my Vienna. Gonna mix that together. Okay, I had to add a little bit more, but I like that color much better. So I'm just gonna kind of dab it everywhere, focusing on the T-zone. And I'll kind of blend it outward from there. Okay, now for my perimeter, I'm going to use this Bare Minerals foundation stick, and mine is in C190. And then I'll add just a little bit of glow to this matte. Check my 10x mirror. Okay, now to do some contouring / bronzing, I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Diamond Bronzer, and I've got Bronze Gem and then Deep Bronze Gem. I'm going to show you what they both look like. Okay, here's Bronze Gem. And here's Deep Bronze Gem. Quite a bit of difference there. Since I'm going to be contouring, I think I'm going to go with the darker shade. And I think I'll use this brush. This one's by Mange. It came in a 2-brush set. That will be linked, or I put links or descriptions and where to find most of what I use in the description. I like this pointy end, then I can apply it kind of like I would if this were, you know, a stick. And then I like a flat brush to blend out. I generally don't let this little spot back here bother me, but it is kind of a test to see how well a foundation will cover. So I'm going to take just a dab. I love pumps that will let you do a teeny tiny pump, you know, not a full one. And I just got too much. If I used self-tanner, like we were talking about in my last video, this would become as dark as my eyelash color. It would soak it right up. Okay, also off of the IPSY shop, I got this from Natasha Denona. It is their puff paint in the shade. I don't see the name of it on there. I'll have to put it on the screen. But it's very light and subtle. I love the color. Kind of like a bronzer. And I like my number 47, sorry. I think I got this for like $4. It's by Lawrence. It's called Glisten. And it is a cream highlight. Very pretty color though. And I'm going to use, this is from the 32-piece Bioré set. It's the Blurring Buffer number 13. It's dense. So this is extremely subtle, maybe even too subtle. Let's see. The blush I'm going to use today is by Boss Up Cosmetics Blush Boss. I got this at Marshall's. It's in the shade, just says Fresh Natural Look Blusher in Berry. And here's the color. And that is a powder. I'm going to use my angled 93. And it's been a while since I've used some Buttermilk bronzer by NYX, and this one's in Buttercup. And it's really light, so I can kind of go nuts with it, you know. And my number 50. I'm going to try not to, though. I noticed in my last video, I kind of had a bronzer mustache after I bronzed, so I'll do just a little bit, and then I'm not going back there. That smells so good. And I'm going to wipe off this. And it does give such a nice, natural looking color because my lips don't have any color. And I'm going to go in first with this liner by She Glam, and it is one of those smudgy, rounded tip liners. And this one is in Petal Flush. Got mine off Amazon. And I could just stop there. I think that looks nice. But I collect MAC lipsticks, so when I see a color I really like at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, I scoop it up. This one is in 921 Sultry Move, and it is the Powder Kiss lipstick made in Italy. Here it is. And that feels divine. Also has kind of like a vanilla. It's not taste, but an essence of vanilla. I'm going to go in with just a little bit of Cars Line powder. I've hit pan officially. Can you see that? I'm going to try to show you what this powder does. You see that texture there? And then if I end up feeling like, oh, I'm too powdery, I can always go back in with a hydrating spray. But I love what that does. It just smooths everything. So I'll do my favorite hydrating spray, the Mist Independent Live Glam. I've tried looking for this online. I found mine at Marshall's, so I'm always just on the lookout. So that is just to melt everything back together. And then a setting spray I got at Ross. This is by Cover FX, and it's the High Performance Setting Spray. And it doesn't have a scent, but it has a really good mister. And I really do think it helps everything last better than if I didn't use it. So here I am, all done, ready to face the day. And it feels very good. It doesn't feel like dry, matte, suck the life out of you. My perimeter still feels really good. My T-zone feels dry, but I don't think it looks dry. I love the eyeshadow. Love green. I don't know why. I just do. Thank you for watching, spending some time with me today. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please like and subscribe and share with friends that like to watch makeup videos. I hope this is therapy for you. It's therapy for me, for sure. Gonna get ready and go to the Amish salvage store, so I'm excited about that. Hope to come back and have some treasures for you that I can share. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. Hang in there. We're all hanging in there. Things have got to get better. And I hope this was therapy for you, spending some time with me and took your cares away for just a little while. And I hope I get to keep doing this. And I hope you see me next time. And I hope to see you in the comments.